been it's been over a week since I last did a video, isn't it? So for that I apologise. But to be honest, for the last week it has been on and off, raining, chucking it down, etc. The water butts filling a little bit. Don't think we've got much off of the greenhouse, but the potting shed we got a fair amount off. I think we're sat at about 300 litres now, which seems to be down at zero. That's not bad for a week's worth. The greenhouse hasn't collected much, but I suspect that's because it only really seems to collect a very light drizzle, because that drips into its gutter. Anything more and it just runs off too quick and just completely skips the gutter. So room for improvement there, I think, maybe. Today I'm down here and I'm going to be doing loads and loads of weeding. As you can guess, hot weather, then some rain, then some more hot weather. It's just going to be covered in weeds. Round the runner beans, I'm trying to remember what ones they are now. Cobra and Enorma, I think they are. Maybe. They're doing really well, but they had loads of weeds around them, so I've just cleared that area, and I've just cleared around the French as well, which don't seem to be doing so well. They're all about 6 inches in height. They haven't grown much since they were put in the ground, so don't know if they've struggled to acclimatise or anything, but hopefully with the better weather now coming again, they'll be alright. Passiflora's doing really well, loads and loads of buds on that. Tea-bush seems fine, and various other bits, but I'll do some sort of tour as well, I think, later on. Yeah, around the pond finally has water. That's the main thing. That was running really low. I have no idea if the tadpoles grew into frogs and got out of there beforehand, or if unfortunately they were all picked off by birds. I suspect the latter. But hey, pigeons have been having a feast on the cabbage. But yeah, around the pond, fruit area, weeds are running rampant. But I've got a load more plants to put in that I ordered 6-7 weeks ago. They've only just turned up, so I'd completely forgotten about them. So yeah, that's nice to put them in. But my main task next, since I've been on my hands and knees just pulling weeds, to do something constructive. The peppers that are left in the greenhouse, I want to transfer them and plant them into the ground in the polytunnel. And while I'm in there, obviously see what weeds we've got in there as well, and pluck a load of those up as well. So yeah, I'll see you down there. So in the time that I've kind of ignored this polytunnel, you can see where the irrigation system is. It's been watering weeds, which isn't surprising. Down here is a really good example of how you can see how it feeds the ground. So yeah, need to de-weed all of that. Oh dear, look at this side. So we've got 3 peppers growing, but that's a hell of a lot of weeds amongst it. So yeah, let's crack on. Hot work in there, really hot work. Oh, it's showing about 40 degrees in there now, so even being down low it was nice and hot, but thankfully, as you'll be able to see now, weed free on the ground at least. There you go. So these are the 3 that were already in, and as you can see, some flowers growing nicely in there, and lots of buds and things. So I mean, this one's really budding up at the top, and that one's got some as well. So I think these are my 3 grafted ones. I think they're doing well, but here's the ones I've grown from seed, and I'm just going to place them out now and figure out what's going where. Just jumped right out of my skin, because as I was placing those down, the chairman of the allotments, Roy, lovely old fella,
he turned up. He was just walking past to his plot because he's next to us, and he just spoke to Zed and went, "Hello," jumped right out my bloody skin. So this is roughly how it's going to go. There's 7 down that side. Already got 3 there. I'm going to put another 4 there and 1 there. So I'll end up with 8 this side. There's a little gap there, but I think it's too small really. Are they saying that? I do have 1 spare. Yeah. So let's do it. Let's just take that one and put it there. If they get overcrowded, they get overcrowded. But hopefully they're going to go nicely and they're going to go really nicely. So yeah, time to crack on and get them sewn in, I suppose. That's 13 of those put in this flipping hot polytunnel. So here we go, and if you notice, each one is in a bit of a divot. Reason for that is it just means that when lots of water comes out of these irrigation tubes, each one will sit in a nice little puddle. It's not very straight, is it? Let's give it a little bit more that way. There we go. But as you can see, the water will pool round here and yeah, soak into the ground around the roots. Should do them really well. Really pleased with that one. I do love that flower. It's a beautiful little flower on there, isn't it? It's lovely. Really pleased with that. Okay, so that's all the peppers in. Blueberry bush, comfrey. As you can see, an empty bed where the garlic was. We had that little bit of rust, so we pulled them. They're all hanging up in the potting shed. I'll show you that in a minute. And then coming down here, we have some tomatoes, which are starting to flower now. All the lettuce and the radish down there as well. Lots of different ones, as you can see. Bridget just pulled up a couple, just have a look. They look nice. A nice overgrown compost heap. Coming down here, we have at least 1 carrot growing, and those are the parsnips. And look, they do work. That one's for you, Mark. Some spring onions, they're finally growing. Red onions are all right. Further down that way that we go, been a bit of a disaster with the rain, or the lack of rain. But we'll see what we can salvage from it. You can see from the Monge too there, some lovely purple flowers. Petit pois not doing so great, but the peas are. Thank you to Keith Panther for those. They're doing great. Same on this side. And you can see the nasturtiums doing really well down there. So they've all recovered. I think it's literally just that one that didn't recover from that frost. And as you can see, the dahlias are going nicely as well. So they're doing good. Still got some leeks in here. And one of my pumpkins. More tomatoes. We're trying a little trick where you have a box with fertiliser water in, with some capillary matting going up into here. So this is actually dry on top, bone dry on top, but if you go down about 1 inch, that's getting damp. So that's a pretty good idea. We'll see where it goes. That's that 1 cucumber. We've got more growing, so there'll be more put in here soon. Come around this way quickly. The horseradish, that first leaf did die off, but the rest is coming back, so it should be okay. I'm just amazed by these ones, these shallots. I think they're brilliant. I just love the way they break apart like that. And the leeks are doing really well, including the ones down the end there, which were sown from seed. So I'm not sure where the ones in there will go, because I don't think there's going to be space in there. So it's possible we may just have to put them around the horseradish. So we did this to go and stop the strawberries from being nicked by all the predators and everything around. As you can see, we've got loads growing in there. This is only their 2nd year though, so they should last a lot longer. Got Bridget there, she's just putting in her munchkin pumpkins and dug the holes for her pumpkins. You can see one back there. You can say hi. So this is a mess, this bit. This is what really needs weeding. I've got some little plants to go in. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing it today though. Gooseberries are doing well. The pond has finally got some water back in it. That's still only half full though, with all the rain we've had. As you can see, we are still being attacked by pigeons and crows, but we do have 2 cauliflower heads growing. Don't know if we'll get any more. So you can see the rest are all being savaged at the minute. Potatoes are doing really well. Sweet corn back there's alright. And then we've got the different beans all starting to grow. And then this one down here is really nice. You see this one trailing all the way up there. And that one over there has even got signs of fruiting already. That's going to be good. Asparagus bed needs a damn good weed. That's okay. Got the sweet peas over here. Blackcurrant. Grapes. You can see the passiflora is doing great. I mean, look at the amount of buds on there. It's huge amounts. And even the coreopsis has come out. That's looking good. Yeah, so there you have it. We've got the peppers in the ground now, which is great. And apart from needing to do a load of weeding, especially around the pond, I'm exhausted. Yeah, apart from needing to do all that lot, the rest of it's going all right. So yeah, it's just the onions we seem to have lost some, but you know, you win some, you lose some. That's the way it works with growing your own. So anyway, take care. See you later.